Yeah, how's it going, guys? It is Pandora Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back, and we are on the second day of test ramen, and it is rough. And this is one of the first times in my videos where I actually write stuff down and will be following a script format because I wanted to talk about not only this test run but also the update itself and just my main concerns and thoughts and also praises as well because it's not entirely bad but it's also very rough. I feel like we didn't really have a great time yesterday on the test run because the main thing is that the friends list is completely broken, and as of right now it's still broken, still it's at zero, and I tried adding somebody as a friend and that still doesn't work. So yeah, a lot of people are also wondering, like in the comments, like how do we do the gauntlets together? Like how do we group up? The groups don't work, adventure parties don't work, guilds don't work, and we'll talk about that in the video. I have it all written down here. But yeah, let's jump right into it. First things first, let's talk about everything else news-wise. Let's talk about the Pirate 101 gauntlet that had recently just released. I believe as of today, Pirate 101 just had a nice little update maintenance. We had a maintenance early this morning. And yeah, they had a Pirate 101 gauntlet. However, there is a catch. If you do redeem the companion that is with that Pirate 101 gauntlet, which is basically not Sinbad, I forgot what it was called, the Agrabah or something like that. But if you redeem that companion, he's just gone. So yeah, he just vanishes into the shadow realm, and it's basically a similar bug just like the last time. So I don't know like what type of coding issue that keeps occurring for this, but hopefully they get that figured it out. If I was you, I would honestly wait on purchasing that bundle or gauntlet just because just wait until they actually fix it. For Wizard 101 EU, there is still no information on Selenopolis. However, it's been rumored through the KI Lives that it should arrive after the Wizard 101 NA Spring update, which we are on right now on Test Realm. So hopefully Wizard 101 EU gets Selenopolis once the spring update for Wizard 101 US, gets theirs. And then for Wizard 101 console, still no release date revealed. The original announcement for the console was in August, I believe like August 21st or 22nd. So far we've been like 6 months in and still haven't really got much word on a release date for it. I see that comment like literally daily, and I think a lot of console players, or at least people in general, are just kind of getting frustrated with the wait time. So again, if I find any more news about that, I'll let you guys know. But lately, it's just been kind of radio silent. Potentially, they could be waiting on some of the other game companies like PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo to kind of find a nice open window for them so they can kind of promote the game a little bit more. But at the moment, there just really isn't much information I can share with you guys. Like, literally, there's nothing. Sorry. But let's talk about the Test Realm launch now. I have a whole list of it here. Friends list, groups, guilds, adventure parties, and other social functions of the game is broken. Like, literally, it's all broken, as I just showed you recently. Due to an apparent server congestion, I don't know. Usually these test realms, as of lately, they're always glitchy and buggy, but I think this is like one of the first times where we've had a friends list like completely not only get wiped out, but like completely broken. And it's kind of sad because a lot of people, like myself included and my friends, we wanted to try out the new gauntlet and the boss rematches. Obviously I did the gauntlet by myself, but I don't really want to do the boss rematches solo because they're not really fun to play solo. You kind of want to get a group together and try and figure out a strategy and all that stuff, to test it out. And, it's kind of hard to test it out when you can't really interact with anybody in the game. Apparently it worked for some people earlier during the first launch of the test round, but like as of right now, you just can't do anything, which definitely sucks. And as of right now, again, it's still broken, so that sucks. The test shop vendor also displayed the new gauntlet reagents at a higher crown cost price than intended. You would have to buy them through the crown shop. A lot of people just kind of went to the test shop. They kind of like bought a bunch and kind of just blew through all their crowns, meaning they couldn't really actually craft the gauntlet in the first place. You would have to actually buy them, or at least buy the reagents through the crown shop. which doesn't make sense to me a lot. I don't even know why it was priced for 1,000 crowns each. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me as to why that was a thing and why they had the reagents in the crown shop. I think that's where a lot of people got confused about, and only a few people were able to really craft the gauntlet, including myself. I managed to craft it because I just bought them through the crown shop and stuff like that, but a few people couldn't really make it. So yeah, massive amounts of lag and invisible player models were experienced last night, or at least still happening right now. Just again, the server congestion, the server lag, it's all over the place, and it was really rough out there. And like I said, you can't really interact with anybody. You can't click on them sometimes. It's kind of hard to send them a friend request, and even when you do, it doesn't work. It's just nothing really works socially, which is, it's an MMO, and understandably it's test realm. Things are made to break, but it's just kind of frustrating because, again, we do want to do those boss rematches. We do want to play the game with each other, and it's unfortunate that we can't. Another one is that an unintended orca pet was released in test realm. I have no idea how. It was originally for charity, but that never actually happened. So that pet we will never ever see. There's actually a lot of pets that we never see, that we've seen get data mined before, but we never see the light of day just because, something might happen, or maybe a promotion fails to deliver or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, that orca pet was running rampant, so they'll probably just make them all into piggles on the test realm. I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen in the live realm, because we have seen that happen a lot before. I think apparently somebody made a new account and they went into the files and then they did it all over again. I don't know much about how that process works because I'm not a computer genius or whatever, but assumingly I kind of just don't care much about it. It's a cute pet, don't get me wrong. It's a very adorable pet, but it's just one of those things where, you gotta put a lock on it. I don't know if they can. I don't even know if they can put a lock on it, honestly, but that's going to be up to them to figure out. And then lastly, but not least, the surprise announcement. Of course, yesterday, the launch of Test Realm, we were all surprised. People were still working. People were still at school. I was in the living room pretty much the whole day because it just came out of nowhere that Test Realm happened, right? And I love that. I love how mysterious, and I like that about KI. I really do. But to me, I just wish it was a more testable build to test some of the things out. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole friends list thing and the social interactive thing, all of that being bugged and beyond repair, that kind of sucks for me, And I shouldn't say beyond repair because I'm sure they will fix it eventually. Hopefully they do. But, it does kind of suck when you can't play with your friends, I really do want to test out the boss rematches, but I don't want to just go in there solo and just be like, oh, I'm gonna end up dead. Like, I suck at solo play, but I'm sure somebody out there will do it, but not for me. I just want to play with my friends, and we just all want to play together. But it might not even be in test realm. We might have to wait in live realm. Who knows? But yeah. So far, that's a main synopsis of the test realm launch. Now we're gonna go over basically like everything else that has been happening. So we can talk about the rank 4 magic weaving, similar chores as per usual from what I imagine, and subjective spells. I'm still not like 100% into magic weaving. I'll still do the quest whenever a free membership happens, but it's just kind of like the same thing. Honestly, the only thing that keeps me going for magic weaving is the storyline behind it. I really like reading the story into it and all the other trees and stuff like that. I'm a storm weaver, so that's really nice to check it all out. But spell wise, I don't know. I'm still not really convinced a whole lot about magic weaving. I feel like it's kind of like a niche type of thing, and it's definitely subjective to some people. Some people might like them. Other people might just seem useless to them. So, it really just depends on how you want to play the game. I mean, I think they're cool spells to have. You also got to think about any training points. So, are you going to get more training points? Or, is it worth spending a training point on? You also got to think about that as well. Going back on over this now, we got to talk about the new gauntlet. New gauntlet can be soloed, which I absolutely love. There are a few bugs and the glitches. If you haven't seen my recent video talking about that, Definitely need to check that out. But there is a lot of replayability with it. It is really fun, and I think a lot of people will like that about the bundle. But the gear is a little bit subjective. Apparently, some people said that it's kind of like the library gauntlet gear. So, if it's kind of a similar gear plate or gear template to another gear, then that might kind of discourage farming a little bit, And it also has subjective drop rates as the other recent gauntlets that we've been getting over the past other years. So that might also kind of discourage people from farming it because it might just be a waste of time. But you do get some nice badges, and overall, it's really fun. I think a lot of people are going to like it. I honestly might put a pin on it just because of how bad the test round launch was. I might put a pin on it. Maybe I might ask for it for Christmas, or maybe just wait a few days or months. I don't know, but it is a very fun gauntlet, and I think you guys should definitely check it out. New spellments and spell updates. I absolutely love this part of the update, and I absolutely love how they brought back the OG Hungry Caterpillar. Thank goodness it only took them how many years? It's absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, we got the OG Hungry Caterpillar, which of course you can't use in advanced content whatsoever. And then you have the new version, which basically has significantly low damage, but it also gives you some nice heal over times. It gives you 2 of those. But for me, I'm rocking that OG one with the 800 absorb shield because, man, I missed using this spell. I might actually use it even more now that they brought it back. And they did that for all the other Shadow and Hand spells as well. So, again, it's just really fun. And I'm just super happy they did that. And I'm really crossing my fingers that this makes it into Live Realm. I hope they don't do any split decisions to just take it out again. Because, again, I really do miss these spells, and I really love it. I'm just so happy right now. That is one of the things of this update that I really like. That and the gauntlet. I probably like the boss rematches more, but, again, I could not test that due to the Friends glitch, which we already talked about. The gear, from what I've seen through the data mine stuff, looks absolutely amazing. Definitely can't wait to check out the Storm Triton one. Definitely gonna farm for that gear, and hopefully the stats for it are also pretty interesting as well. Honestly, I just want the appearance of the gear. The appearance is really cool, and apparently it can be dyed too, which is really nice. I'm starting to really like how there's putting some of their new gear in the color wheel, which I really like that. So bravo for that. Really, really love that. But yes, unfortunately, could not test out the Arc 3 boss rematches, and depending on if they want to change something today or later in the afternoon, I don't know. I probably won't be able to test that until it actually comes out on Live Realm. But we'll see what happens. Team up improvements, I absolutely love that. New UI for it, nice little easy on the eyes, and it specifies your level range, what type of level wizards you want and all that stuff, and it shows you the level that you are whenever you're helping somebody do a team up. So again, it's just really nice. You can also talk to them in the team up as well, so you can kind of do a little pre-game plan type of thing, which is really nice. You can kind of strategize. So again, team up, 10 out of 10, can't hate it, absolutely love it. Wish they had that years ago. So let's talk about the new feature that they have, which, man, this one's, I had high expectations for this, but I don't know. I don't think it's really going to be one of my favorite things of the update. This is talking about donating pets, and I'm sure you guys have seen all the photos and the videos of it. I think Sauce made a video about it. I think a lot of people were talking about it. Yeah, there's basically no limit on the pet donations, but let me explain what pet donating is. If you have an unwanted pet that you just don't want, you can basically donate it to the pet pavilion, and basically all it does is just run around in the pet pavilion, and that is literally it. It serves 0 to no purpose whatsoever. Some people in the comments were even talking about oh, people are abandoning their pets and stuff like that, and a lot of people also have some pretty cool ideas. I kind of wish that maybe you could put it in the hatchery, or maybe players could request to hatch with it or something like that. And there's a lot of ideas and, a lot of stuff that can be done with this game. A lot of possibilities, a lot of creativity goes into this game. But I kind of feel like this is one of those updates, or at least parts of the updates, where they just kind of slapped it in there and then just kind of forgot about it. And again, like I said, there was no limit on the donations, so the whole pet pavilion would be flooded with either imps or fire cats or whatever, or even that new orca pet that we were also talking about. That was, again, insane. My laptop was literally about to blow up. But there's no incentive on the donations. Now, there is actually a bug where if you donate a pet between the age of like a baby and like epic and mega, you'll get a certain amount of gold. But apparently it was said, again, at least in the Discord, apparently that it was actually a glitch and there's not really any type of reward to be given when you actually donate a pet. And I think they should actually look into this bug a little bit more, because I feel like if you do add a form of incentive to donating your pets, I feel like a lot of people would be more motivated to kind of donate their unwanted pets, because I have a ton of failed dryad pets. Trust me, I mean a lot. And I would love to donate them to the kiosk, but only if I'm going to get something in return. Even though I don't want them anymore, I'd rather not just waste them and just get like nothing. Like, oh, that's it, I'm just gonna let them run around. Like, okay, like, give me some incentive. Like, give me like a badges, or give me some hatch peppers, or anything really, you know. I just want something to kind of make me be like, okay, this is why I'm gonna donate these pets, especially a failed pet. Like, this is why I'm gonna do that. And maybe their ideology or philosophy is that maybe they don't want to incentivize the player at all, because maybe this is just something that doesn't need an incentive at all. Maybe it's just one of those things that they don't really need an incentive on, which I don't know. That might be subjective to people. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that if you donate a pet and you let it run around the pet pavilion, do you guys think that you should get something in return? You also can't reclaim that pet at all. So once you donate it to the kiosk or the pet pavilion, that's it. Like, there's no way to like get that pet back. Other players as well can't really do anything about it. The pets just walk around the pet pavilion. So I don't know. Is there more to this type of like feature? Maybe in the future? I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe it's like one of those things they just kind of slapped on the update to make the update seem a little bit bigger. But personally, for me, I might just forget about it and just keep my dryad pets in my life house as always. Let's talk about the new Bazaar, though. I absolutely love the new UI. The new UI is absolutely stunning. However, still concerned over the whole item sell delay. I'll actually show you the Bazaar right now, unless my game crashes or something stupid happens. But I'm still a little iffy on the whole Bazaar sell delay thing that they have going on. I mean, it's just like, I'm trying hard to really like the Bazaar. I really am, but you know, that part to me, like, you can make the UI as pretty as you want, but I think still a lot of people just do not like the new Bazaar. They just don't like the way how it's a lot harder to kind of sell items to players, and they have said, the devs have clearly made it obvious, and they obviously said it, that, you know, that's not supposed to be intended of the Bazaar, which, you know, goes into this thing where it would be really convenient if we had a trading system in this game, but, you know, they already said that they kind of don't want that to be happening in the game, which is completely understandable, but at the same time, it is kind of frustrating because we're still kind of, it kind of feels like we're stuck in a 2008 format, and I don't like that. You know, I really don't like that. You know, that's why you see me play Fusion Fall a lot of times. There's a lot of innovation that goes into Fusion Fall and just any other games in general. You know, I feel like there's a lot of innovation, but when it comes to Wisdom 101, it's usually always a step forward, but there's always like a million steps back. But for me personally, I love the UI. I think the UI is cute, but that also might be subjective to other people, you know? That might be subjective to other people. We can also talk about the magic weaving UI, which is also nice. It shows you all of the badges of all the completed stuff that you did, including the labors and chores and all that fun stuff. So hopefully that helps people out with the whole, you know, magic weaving quest and stuff like that. Beastmoon updates, I don't really care much for. It's a little subjective because the new rat designed gear set, I'm not really a big fan of. I mean, at first I think it's cool, But at the same time, it's like one of those things where it's like, am I really going to use it? Like, would I really grind for it? And here we go with the invisible player model glitch. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not even sure if I can even show you. Can I even click on my spellbook? Okay. Can I even show you? Okay. Yeah, I can show you through here. Let me see. This is what the robe looks like. I'll put on the whole set for you. I mean, it looks cool, but I personally wouldn't grind for it. I still think, like, the OG Beastmoon stuff that I was just wearing is pretty cool. But, yeah, this is what the ultimate set looks like. And then there's the boots. And then here is the whole outfit. Yep, here's the whole outfit. So there you go. So make your own. I mean, I think it's cool, but I wouldn't farm for it. But again, that's up to you. It's subjective. But again, I can see a lot of people wearing it. I think it looks pretty cool. But again, you gotta do Beastmoon for it. So if you don't like Beastmoon, good luck, man. Celestia improvements are pretty cool. They're basically kind of redoing some of the bosses and stuff like that. Kind of, I guess I would assume nerving them or changing their mob decks and stuff like that. They're also adding teleporters, which is also really nice. I wish they had that years ago back in the day. But yeah, hopefully a lot of people have fun in Celestia, and hopefully it's a lot easier for them to kind of like, progress through the game a lot easier. Honestly, I think they should honestly look into like Azteca. I think Azteca and Chrysalis are kind of like overly hard. Some of those bosses have like 11,000 health or 10,000 health. I just think that's too much, in my opinion. But no, it is pretty cool. Also, they have a new level 60 gear set that I have no idea where to farm for. Apparently, various bosses will drop it. They also have pin slots as well available within that gear. So I think it will be good. I think Waterworks will still be a main contender though. But it's all in all pretty good to have some more gear options to farm for it. Magic Mirror changes. Love the new black hairstyles. They can be bought with gold, which is absolutely fantastic. You actually saw me with wearing one. That was the headscarf one. Yeah, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. They did such a good job with it, and I hope everybody else likes it as well. It's so beautiful. I love it. They did such a great job with it. It's small updates like that within this update that make this update even better. But like, it just makes it better, But it's small things like that. It's small gestures like that that'd be like, I respect them. That's awesome. All right, and then finally but not least, miscellaneous. Not much. I didn't really care for the miscellaneous this much, except for the guild leader change. So if you guys don't know, in this test run, if a guild leader isn't active for a year, basically a new guild leader will be selected, at least one that has been in the guild the longest, which is pretty interesting. Now, personally, for me, I think this should honestly be dropped to like maybe 6 months, maybe, just cut that year part in half. I think to add a little bit more activity and social interactivity within the guild. I could be wrong. Maybe some people might just like it at a year max. But personally, I think it should just be dropped to 6 months, right? To ensure a proper activity flow within that guild. But again, that depends on the devs, and that depends on everybody else. I think a year is too long, but that's up to everybody else's opinion. Now, some other stuff is that they also have the world elixirs, but we're not testing those out because I've heard that they can be a little bit buggy. But, hopefully those do get fixed. Oh, wait, did they even... Oh, I gotta click off the usable tab. Yeah, they have Chrysalis. I think they already have Chrysalis, I think. And Azteca. Actually, I think Chrysalis and Azteca are the two new ones. I think those are the two new elixirs. But, like I said, I think they're a little bit bugged, so I'm not even going to attempt to try them. But hopefully everybody has fun with that. But all in all, though, it's a pretty solid update. I'm just really gutted that the test realm launched the way it did. Definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. But all in all, it's still a fun test realm. I really just hope that next time, maybe just take a day extra just to, like, I don't know, just polish it out. The whole friends list thing, that really did gut a lot of people, including me and my other friends. I mean, we really did want to try the boss rematches and play them, and it just kind of sucks that it launched the way it did. I really hope that in the future, if they do want to release test realm so early or as a surprise, I really do hope that they can give us a testable build, you know, a little bit more of a testable build, you know, and that's all I'm asking for. You know, I'm not asking them to like overhaul this spell, overhaul that spell. Like, I don't even care about the spell changes and all that stuff, the new added spellments and all that stuff. I don't care about all that junk. I just want to play with my friends so we can test that content out together, you know? But all is love, all is love. We'll see what happens, I guess, later today or tomorrow. I don't think a lot of people are going to log into test round today. I mean, you literally can't do much unless you want to solo the boss rematch and solo the gauntlet by yourself. But, you know, I don't really think there's much to do, at least as of right now. I'm probably going to go play Fusion for all the day, eat some Chinese food. And yeah, until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.